Welcome to you, old friends and new, young and old, in the Zoom and in the sanctuary. You are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We come together to support one another through a culture of connection, to nurture our spirits as we learn and grow together, to build beloved community within and beyond our congregation by putting our ideals and values into action. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We come from different experiences of race, ability, and disability, of poverty and wealth. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here.
Thank you. Before I start reading the opening words, I just wanted to acknowledge that our beautiful angel is not with us today because it's just getting some routine maintenance and cleaning so that she'll be beautiful for the rest of the year ahead for us. But now we have the sun to come in and bless our service today. So the reading today is from my beloved spiritual teacher, Ram Dass, from his book, Polishing the Mirror. Spiritual practice isn't a way to achieve something or get somewhere else. You're already here. You do spiritual practices because you do spiritual practices, not to get to some other state, but to get in touch with who you already are, to clear the dust from the mirror, to come more fully into the present moment, whether you will be free and enlightened now or in 10,000 births is not the point. What else is there to do? You can't stop doing them anyway. Once you awaken to the possibility of the universe within, it's like a gravitational force.
And I invite you to say our congregation's chalice lighting words with me. They are up on the screen and on your order of service. We light this flame to invite a world of peace, where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say. And now I invite you to rise in body and spirit, heart and voice to sing our opening hymn, Gathered Here, on the screen, and number 389 in your gray hymnal.
Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near.
Okay, thank you all so much for being here with us today. If you don't know me, my name is Kat Nowicki. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of this congregation. And I'm really delighted to share with you, I'm really excited and delighted and all the good things to share with you some of the spiritual practices that are important to me in my life. And before I get into that a little bit, I wanted to say, like, kind of my introduction to Unitarian Universalism was over 20 years ago, and in that congregation we often had lessons from various different faith traditions, and I really loved that. I loved it because it helped me see the commonality of all of the different faiths, and it also taught me things. So that's what I'm going to do a little bit of today, is share a bit from something that, since I've been a member here, I haven't heard us ever talk about. However, I do want to just say before I start, I will be, once or twice the word God will come up. And I'll be talking about mostly stories from the Hindu pantheon. And you do not have to think of that as like the one God in the sky if you do or don't believe in that version of God. Often in yogic philosophy, God, it can be considered all that is holy, like the sacredness of everything. And there are many, many different kinds of gods in the Hindu pantheon. And I also want to name that these stories are not from my own cultural background. I'm very proud to be Polish American. But I have been practicing and studying yoga and mindfulness for over 26 years. And I try to live my life according to yogic philosophy as best as I can. It's not always easy. And I am always, always learning. And I always try when I share about these stories to honor my teachers and the lineage of where all of these stories have come from South Asia, across generations. And something I say before all of my yoga classes, and it's true for this as well, because we're going to be doing yoga, y'all, is I guide, you decide. I'll be offering things to you and offering suggestions and practices for you to try, but if it doesn't feel good for you, then just don't do them, or just listen if that feels better for you rather than singing or doing mudra with your hands. Also, we'll be singing a little bit in Sanskrit, and that might be the first time for some of you. And don't worry too much about the pronunciation. Sanskrit, as I've been taught, is an energetic language, and so your intention behind what you're saying is more important than really, obviously it would be nice if you sounded perfectly with pronunciation, but it's a very old language, there's no perfect. So it's really just about your intention, and don't worry too much about how the words sound when you make them. So before I got started, I wanted to tell you a little story. So I am Polish. I lived in Poland in my 20s, and I remember once I was trying for something, and I was talking with a Polish friend, and he was looking at me, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wish you good luck." And he kept doing this. Good luck. And I'm like, why are you shaking your fists at me? I don't understand. He's like, what do you mean? This is good luck. And I was like, oh, not in my country. This is good luck. And I just think that kind of brings up the topic of what is a hand gesture, and what do they mean in different cultures? And every culture has their own hand gestures. And I'm sure you can think of a few in American culture, right? Or, let's go to the PG ones. There's hang loose. There's rock and roll, high five, all those things. And thumbs up, there you go. Any other ones that you want to show? Oh yeah, thumbs down. Yeah, and so those are all hand gestures that we do that mean something to us. But mudra are really the yoga of the hands. And so today we'll be talking about, and it's a way to use the energy of our fingers to make a meaning with our hand to support our meditation and our practice. And in just a bit, I will show you the Ganesha mudra, but while I'm speaking, I thought I'd show you one of my favorite mudras. It's Adi mudra. You just take your thumb and you fold your 4 fingers over it and just rest your fists down, and you don't have to squeeze too tight. This is just a very grounding mudra. So since some of this might be new for you, maybe this is like, okay, this will be a little way for you to connect to your body and feel the weight of your hands on your thighs here. I also have my shoes off so that I can feel closer to the earth, and I want to invite that for all of you. If it feels better, take your shoes off and just to feel connected to the earth. We'll be talking about mantra as well. And so mantra, I think, is a word that a lot of folks have heard before. We use it in various different ways. In Sanskrit, it roughly translates to tool of the mind. But really anything can be a mantra. And that's kind of why I chose that opening song, I Am Surrounded by Love. That's a group called Beautiful Chorus, and they often sing mantras in beautiful melodies with harmonies. I highly recommend listening to more of their music. And mantra can be in any language, and it can even be a sound that helps you. It's a prayer, an expression, a thing that you say to yourself or out loud that helps ground you and helps you connect to the energy that you're seeking. And Gandhi had said that mantra becomes one's staff of life and carries one through every ordeal. It is no empty repetition, for each repetition has a new meaning, carrying you nearer and nearer to God. So on that note, a Hindu saint, considered a saint in India, Neem Karoli Baba, he was also the guru of my spiritual teacher, Baba Ram Das. Neem Karoli Baba said that the best form in which to worship God is in all forms. And that touches to something that we often talk about here, that everything is sacred. Everything is sacred. And so today I wanted to share a bit about one of the gods that means a lot to me, Ganesha. And yeah, there he is on the screen. And that's actually an ancient sculpture that's at Mount Holyoke. It's right around the corner, so hopefully they'll have it on display at some time. So Ganesha is, he has a body of a man and the head of an elephant. And all gods in the Hindu pantheon have a vehicle that they ride around on. And so he's this giant creature, and his vehicle is a rat, a small rat. And he is really the embodiment of making the impossible possible. That is what he's looked to, as the person for support when we're dealing with impossible situations. We look to Ganesha. And he removes obstacles that are in the way of the impossibility of things. It's actually his birthday coming up too. So his birthday festival this year starts on the 27th of August. And it lasts for 10 days in India. And usually, because he's one of the gods of abundance, you'll see he usually has a big belly, which is a positive thing because he's enjoying loving life. His favorite food are these round, sweet dumplings, but for just allergy's sake, I brought in grapes. And so what we'll do as part of our practice today is, so we'll sing some kirtan together, and these grapes are going to be our prasad. We'll bless the grapes with our voices, and then as you leave, I'll ask if you want to have a grape to eat some blessed food by our community. I also think that Ganesha is kind of a you fit in. He fits in perfectly because, yes, he's worshipped in the Hindu pantheon, but also honored in Buddhism, and he's not considered a god in Islam, but they do revere him as a holy figure. In Jainism, and even in Hinduism, he's non-sectarian, so all types of Hindus honor him. And one of the reasons why I thought it would be useful to talk about Ganesha today is that, I don't know, maybe there's one or two things that feel impossible in the world right now. In the world at large, and for me, even in my life. And I find myself sometimes, when I try to take myself on a walk, I'll just sing mantras to him while I'm walking. Please help me, please, because the solution to the impossibility is out of my scope. But if I offer it up to him, maybe he'll help me navigate through and find the way. So, just a quick little question for you, just a simple question. Has there been a time in your life when you faced a situation that you felt was impossible? And just remembering that for 1 second. Don't go too deep into it. But so, just for that brief thought, I thought I'd show you a mudra that is called the Ganesha mudra. I'll give you two different options for that. One that's supposed to be just for him, and one that's a little bit easier. So the Ganesha mudra, you take your hands in Anjali mudra, prayer pose, and then twist your right hand so that the palm of your right hand faces your heart. And then twist your left hand, and then brace your fingers like this. So the most important thing is the palm of your right hand faces your heart. Yeah, and you're not squeezing. You can relax your shoulders. You're not squeezing too hard. You're just feeling the strength between your hands. And you can hold that mudra while I offer that. Ganesha is also said to be connected to primordial sound, like he is the creator of sound. And so because of that, we connect the sound Om with him, which is one sound and all the sounds that ever were and ever will be in that sound Om. So why don't we try singing Om together, just to try it. And you could just take a breath now to relax yourself. And then let's breathe in together. Can lower your hands down. Because Ganesha is, and if that feels like a little uncomfortable in your body, another option that is because he's connected to Om is the chin mudra, and that's very simple. You take your forefinger and your thumb and touch it, and then do that with both hands, and just put them, your palms flat on your legs. And that's very grounding as well. And this is supposed to connect to also your intuition and the sound of Om. All deities have a bija mantra, a seed mantra, so his bija mantra is gum. So, if Om doesn't feel good and you want to try gum, that also works. It's spelled G-A-M, but it sounds like gum. So that's Ganesha. And we'll do a little more singing to him later. But I thought I'd ask a question of all of you, and we'll pass the mic around to do that. And we do just ask that when you answer these questions, you answer with just one word so that we can move it along. But if you do feel that this is just the kernel of what you'd really like to share with us, there will be more time to do that in joys and sorrows. So for this sake of Ganesha, the two questions are, what feels impossible in your life right now? And what, if anything, is making it possible or will make it possible? And we'll pass it around, one word for each answer if you could, please. And pass this one? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll pass it to you, Rachel.
I'm not ready yet, so I'm going to pass.
Goals and community is what strengthens me.
I think the hate in the world, and what strengthens me is love.
Good health for all.
Politics, community.
Yeah, the growing hate in the world, and then the love in the world.
Love and softening.
The news and grounded practice.
Justice and courage.
I guess the hate and love, kindness.
Just peace.
Relationships.
Love and friends and family.
Open political discourse and persistence.
Strength and community.
Money and community.
Politics and people.
Leadership that we can believe in.
Divisions and music.
Fear and love.
Balance. Friends.
And I'll say the news and community. So holding all of those things in our hearts that feel impossible and the things that help us. I'd like to guide you in a brief meditation and offer a hymn to that as well. So if you could uncross your feet and place your feet flat on the ground. Always welcome to take your shoes off to feel your feet more on the earth. Lower your gaze down to the floor or close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And lean back on your seat. And just feel the support that is underneath your body. Take a moment with your next exhale to just relax any parts of your body where you're holding tension. Ease your belly muscles so that as you fill your breath with air, your belly can rise. And as you exhale, your belly comes closer to your spine. Relax your shoulders. Feel your spine getting just gently taller, almost like tiny helium balloons are tied to your ears to rise your crown up towards the ceiling. And just notice your breath. Feel your body in space. Notice the sounds around you, the people around you. Relax your facial muscles. Notice if you can unfurl your brow. And just feel all of this support right underneath your body that you did not even have to ask for. It is just there. And feel the support of our community around you. And why not, in this moment, take all those impossibilities and just for a moment, just try to surrender those impossibilities to Ganesha, to ask for his blessing to remove obstacles. To ask for support in finding your own strength to make the impossible possible, which I know each one of you has done many times in your life. And you just need to remember that is within you. And you can do all of this just by listening to this hymn with an open heart. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Om Shanti, 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 Shanti Om. Shanti. Shanti And with your eyes still closed, see if you can place your hands either in Ganesha Mudra or in Chin Mudra. And let's take one breath together just to relax and out. And then let's breathe together Om to end this prayer. So for our meditation hymn, we're also going to do something a little different. And we are going to sing to Ganesha for refuge. And the rough translation of what we'll be singing is, I seek refuge in you, Ganesha. And the practice we'll be doing is kirtan. It's a call and response prayer. So I'll sing the first line, and then Jess and Robin will lead you in singing the response, and we'll do that several times through the song. And the words are just Ganesha, Sharanam. So it is an R alliterated in an R language, but it sounds like a flipped R, I guess, in our language. It wouldn't even be written with our letters originally, so that's the best we can do. So again, I feel that it's just important to feel your feet on the ground, feel your seat underneath you, allow your spine to gently rise up, relax your shoulders, and welcome in some generous belly breaths. And we'll just do call and response. So I seek refuge in Ganesh, but as Krishna Das the quote that Robin just read and reminded us, it's within us. It's to remember it's within us. Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha.
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 Ganesha Sharanam Om.
Ganesha Sharanam Om.
Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha.
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 Ganesha Sharanam Om.
Ganesha Sharanam Om.
Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha.
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 Ganesha Sharanam Om.
Ganesha Sharanam
Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti Om. And Shanti means peace, peace.
Another world is possible. Each week we collect an offering. This week, half of the money collected in our offering supports the programs of this congregation, and the other half of the money will support our congregation's Minister's Discretionary Fund, which is to say that it goes directly to our friends and neighbors who are in need of our financial help. Our congregation has been able to support people with medical care, housing, legal fees, utilities, and other expenses through this fund. While we can't eliminate poverty with an offering, we don't have to let people go it alone. Please give generously today, either in the basket, by mail, and virtually by text, or through our website.
Now in this moment, it's time to start over. Open your heart, you know there's nothing to forgive. Starting now in this moment. Starting now in this moment. It's time to start over. There's nothing to start over. There's nothing to forget. It's time to start moment. It's time to start over. There's nothing to start over. There's nothing to forget. Starting time to start moment. Time to start over. There's nothing to start over. There's nothing to forgive. Starting now. Forgive. Starting now.
Please join me in the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. We are about to sing our closing song. You are welcome to stay right where you are, to know that you are held in the love of this congregation, or you are welcome to rise and move into a circle around the outside of this circle, I guess. We'll figure out where our circle goes. Place your hands over your heart or reach out to someone near you, and we'll sing our closing song.
Once more together.
And our benediction is also from Ram Dass. Just an appreciation for the perfection of the universe, which includes you. That you have a right to exist just the way you are, and that you're absolutely at the optimum place at this moment, and that if you are fully enlightened, you wouldn't have taken birth in the first place. That isn't an error. You are not an aberration. You are not an error or mistake. Nobody blew it. Realizing that no matter how bizarre you feel from the inside, and appreciating that is an unfolding process and your curriculum. And this is the best you can do for yourself. Shanti, Shanti, may peace be with you.